So if you've been to my workshops before, you've seen this. You've seen this a million times. But it's what I come back to, and it's the foundation of my sequencing and how I use my words in my class, the way I teach postures, the way I think about what I'm doing. So it's the teaching funnel, and at the very top of it is what am I teaching or offering through yoga? And I want you to really think about the I in that you find your own take on this. Because of course, we are teaching from the great tradition of postural yoga, and then all of the philosophical and spiritual underpinning underneath that. Of course, we are teaching that, but that is a lot. That is a big responsibility to say, I'm teaching all of that, because you're not. You're teaching your own individual experience of that, your own perspective on that. And of course, there are things that resonate more with you than other things. So you got to find your individual take. So if you're thinking about that and want to tell me, you can put it in the chat, and then we can look at it later. So if you have this idea, it's like, I know what I'm teaching through yoga, or just want to verbalize it, put it in the chat, and then we can look at those as we go. So at the top of the funnel is, what am I teaching or offering through yoga? But the important thing is, as you get ready to teach your class, or teach a few weeks or a month or so of classes, you are not going to be teaching all of that big thing that you want to teach. You are teaching a manageable, digestible chunk of it. So you have to think, all right, I am teaching, and let's say that the example I'll use is, I am teaching a compassionate relationship to body, mind, and heart. Okay, a big, big, lovely thing to teach people. That may not be your thing, it's a bit of mine, but I am teaching a compassionate relationship to body, mind, and heart. I can't teach all of that every class, every month. Because if I do, it's just going to feel a little watered down and too broad, and it's not going to have any resonance or punch. So I might think, this month, I can't teach all of that. So I'm going to teach a compassionate relationship to, let's say, the outer hip. This month, I'm going to teach a compassionate relationship to the outer hip. And then we'll think about, as we go through the rest of this, how we can then take that and get some class content. But I want you to know that you have to take that, find what it is that you're passionate about, which I can't tell you, only you can. And it will evolve over months and years of teaching. But then you think, all right, I can't teach all of that, but I can teach this small bit of it for these 3 or 4 classes over a course of a month. And I want you to start thinking too, not I'm teaching a different class every time I teach. For a set period of time, I am teaching this one thing. And you can ask me lots of questions about that as we go, if that's a little off-putting. So this is the teaching funnel, and then it goes down into objectives, which we'll talk about next. And then it goes down into your cues, which we talked about in a different workshop. But it's all of everything you do in the classroom is guided by what you are teaching or offering through yoga.